Hey everybody, it's me, Audrey. I am back again with an audio message for you today. So today I will be sharing a devotional from pray.com, and it is titled Obedience to God Often Comes with a Heavy Price. Obedience to God often comes with a heavy price. Today's daily devotional highlights Jesus' agonizing prayer in Gethsemane and his arrest. Despite his deep sorrow, Jesus submitted to the Father's will. Judas then arrived with armed men to betray Jesus, who willingly surrendered, emphasizing his resolve to fulfill God's plan for our salvation. Luke 22:48 says, "But Jesus said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss?" Have you ever faced a moment of intense agony, knowing that the path ahead is filled with pain, but also knowing it is necessary? Jesus experienced this profoundly in the Garden of Gethsemane. As he led his disciples to this quiet place, he began to pray earnestly, feeling the weight of the suffering he was about to endure. He asked his Father if it was possible to take away this cup of suffering, but ultimately submitted to God's will, saying, "Not my will, but thine be done." What does this teach us about facing our own trials and challenges? Jesus' prayer in Gethsemane shows us that it is natural to seek relief from suffering. Both true faith is demonstrated in our willingness to submit to God's plan, even when it is difficult. Have you ever struggled to align your desires with God's will? As Jesus finished praying, Judas arrived with a small group of armed men to arrest him. Judas's betrayal, marked by a kiss, sets the plan into motion. Despite the disciples' initial resistance, Jesus willingly surrendered, highlighting his commitment to fulfill the scriptures and his mission to save humanity. In this act of surrender, we see the depth of Jesus' love and his determination to complete the work his Father sent him to do. How do we react when we feel betrayed or when circumstances turn against us? Jesus' example teaches us to trust in God's greater plan, even in the face of betrayal and suffering. Can you find the strength to trust God's plan, even when it leads through the valley of hardship? So here's a moment of reflection. Remember Jesus' example of obedience and trust, and let it inspire you to face your challenges with faith and courage. Reach out to someone who might be feeling betrayed or in agony and offer them support and encouragement, reminding them of Jesus' steadfast love and ultimate victory. And that concludes the devotional. But I just want to say that the Bible warns us that in this world we're going to have some trouble. The Bible also tells us that we are to take up our cross and follow Jesus. And there is a cost to following Jesus. There is a cost to our obedience. And this is why we have to cling to the scriptures to offer us encouragement as we go through, understanding and knowing that God keeps his promises to us. And so we get tired, just like Jesus did. Jesus got tired. Jesus had a moment where he did not want to do what he was called to do. He asked his Father, will you, if it be your will, can you take this? Can you get me out of this? Is there any other way to get around this? So he had that moment too, because he was human. But nonetheless, he surrendered to his Father's will. And so we have those moments too. But because we love God, we want to please him. We want to do what he's called us to do. And Galatians 6:9 says, "Be not weary in well doing, for at the appointed time you shall reap a harvest if you don't faint." And so Keep being steadfast. Keep persevering. And my prayer is that God will help you to persevere, to be resilient through every hardship that you're facing, to come out on top. And I pray that you stay planted and rooted in the Word of God and in prayer and in fasting and whatever it is that you need to do to continue to remain in the Lord during this season of hardship, of sickness, of disappointment, of anxiety, of depression, you name it, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Family issues, circumstances, living situations, your job, your home, whatever it is, surrender it over to the Lord and He will lift you up and He will strengthen you. So that's all I really wanted to share with you guys, but be encouraged with this story today, okay? Take care and be blessed.